electric here in the Crucible Theatre in anticipation of this match here.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Frame 17, Shaun Murphy to break.
Shaun Murphy gets this session underway and might just have got the snooker. Not quite. But these opening frames are going to be fascinating here.
Yes, the final two frames of the previous session, Shaun Murphy won them without reply. So Ronnie O'Sullivan actually has been kept off the table. Obviously this is a new day, but did lose the last couple of frames. 83 and 45 with the breaks that Shaun made to put himself right back into the match at 9-7. So this is a massive frame for O'Sullivan, and obviously Shaun as well, but it's tough to pick a winner as far as the way they've both played. They're both getting chances. Obviously O'Sullivan's strong favourite with his 9-7 in front, but Shaun, I'm sure, will have something to say about that.
You can see there Shaun just ahead in the safety success rate, just by 4%. Ronnie in his opening session, his long potting into this particular pocket was pretty poor, and he's playing a safety shot here, but he's played it left-handed. I think at one stage in the opening session he'd only potted one long red into this right corner pocket. His long pot success rate has risen. It was at 18% at one stage.
If Ronnie hadn't put the red in baulk, which he has, Shaun would take this shot on into the yellow pocket. It pots by the pink, but far too dangerous. I think, along with some people say Stephen Lee, I think we've got probably the best two cue actions on show this evening.
Shaun coming round to have a look. He's just got to be a little bit careful here when playing the safety shot. He doesn't knock one red onto another and send it over towards the black and corner pocket. That's what he's looking at there. That's what Shaun's looking at from player's view there with Hawkeye. And that's a pretty good return. That's an excellent safety from Shaun there. Of course, both these players have done a fair amount of work with the great Ray Reardon, 6 times a world champion. Probably Ronnie working a little bit more with Ray than Shaun, but they both have had a little bit of experience from the great man. Probably on the tactical side, but that's the first error. But keep an eye on the cue ball. It's going to be tough here, but if he can play it with any pace, he might avoid cannoning the black. And you would think if he cannoned one of the other reds, every chance he could leave the black on here.
Very unlucky. Very unlucky.
One.
He knew he was cannon into balls. He didn't really have a lot of idea where the cue ball was going to end up, but what I'm sure he didn't expect, that he wouldn't be able to see anything.
And there's only one little path for the cue ball. It's finished so awkward, and I'm just looking at that little path. I don't think the green or brown is the only colours he could possibly get to, and I can't see a good angle to get to them.
This is one of those situations where he could give plenty of points away, Dennis, isn't it?
Absolutely, Willie. That's the path. It's got to take that path, and then he's got to get up the table and get to a colour.
I suppose the easiest colour to hit is the blue, Dennis, but of course he wouldn't want to play the blue because he'd be leaving the reds on. So I'm not sure he can hit a colour off two cushions. It's got to be at least 3 or 4.
Black ball.
Nominated the black, so he's going to go in between the gap of the 2 reds. He's got a Mr. Kiss on the blue.
Foul.
Oh, unlucky, he just caught the red. Now, if this is a free ball, which it may be, Ronnie might take a colour on.
Free ball.
Free ball declared by the referee, and as Willie said, Ronnie could take the free ball, he could take the brown, and he would finish on the black.
Brown ball.
Yes, he knows he's not leaving anything on should he miss the brown, so he can play this with a great deal of confidence. Wow, I expected him to knock that in. So a little bit of crucible nerves.
Well, he didn't even get close. I'm just wondering if Sean can see enough of the red to the left of the bunch to take the pot on. Well, there you can clearly see just enough to get to the potting angle. We've yet to have a century break. Ronnie's highest, 95. Sean's 83, as we show you that long attempt. And I think with all the publicity and the hype, Willie, probably on occasions both players maybe trying that a little bit too hard.
It's a match, I must admit, I thought there'd be at least 3 or 4 centuries. I'm sure whatever the result tonight, we'll have at least one. Try to get the white in between yellow and black rather than where it is now, so the safety shot is a lot easier for Ronnie to play than it was the previous attempt from Sean. Just got to miss the kiss on the pink one, going back into balk.
Another excellent safety shot. Only one possible red for Sean to look at, and that's the one. And that'll be interesting to see, because there's no easy safety shot, and we know the cue power that this man has. We've talked about his cue action. Now he's going to play this. He's got a slight angle, but how well has he got to cue this? Terrific shot. Okay, it was difficult to do a lot with the cue ball, but to get it back up the table, you've got to cue those absolutely perfectly.
Yeah, we see it again there, Dennis. He's actually unlucky, isn't it, to finish where he has. I mean, if he finishes a foot shorter, he can play the blue quite easily. If he finishes a foot shorter, he could clip the black in. This blue is missable from here. That's an excellent pot. That was a lot more difficult than it looked.
6. Seven.
He potted that in off one of the angles there. Just watch this red. In off the right jaw, that's why he didn't get on the blue as he intended. And this is an awkward shot here. If he takes the blue on, he's got to get around the back of the black and back up the table. Well, this, if he tries it, will be some shot.
Certainly helps that the brown's off its spot, isn't it? That's the kind of the way the cue ball will be travelling.
How's your luck?
Sean Murphy, 7.
Well, if he's got away with that, he's rather fortunate. There may be a red that pots to the middle pocket. Ronnie's looking hard at that one past the brown, but the red preventing that. But I think the one is on for the middle.
1.
That last blue was an easy pot, but when you play them at this pace, it makes it so much more difficult. Nearly fluked it in the other middle pocket.
It all depends where this pink goes. I think the spot is available, which is virtually putting the pink out of commission at the moment. So you'd probably like to work on the the brown off the next shot and just get that back at the other end of the table. Doesn't really want to bring the black at this end yet, because those 3 reds around the black spot are accessible. They wouldn't necessarily be with the brown with the black on its spot. I don't think he's played that very well. I don't think he's on the pink. Played for the pink.
Yeah, the blue will come to his rescue. He'll probably finish on the red. There's just to the left of the black spot. Just a little touch of left-hand side, as you can see there. It's going to finish a little awkward for him. He played for that red. He needed a bigger bounce there, but
13.
He could still possibly cut this in, as long as he can keep the white away from the middle pocket. I think he should be okay. Might finish on the black here.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 13.
Now, if this red's dead straight, as we just show you that shot one more time, if the red is dead straight, Sean Murphy's going to have to screw the white back at least 12 inches to leave the possible brown or the possible pink. Now let's see if he's going to try and screw this straight back, and he's the full length of the table. Needed a little bit more screw on that one. This is a tricky brown now.
Yeah, played to pot it a little bit thinner than that, and he just caught the cushion, and then it would have just come up another 2 or 3 inches higher. Don't think he'll be attempting a pot here, actually. Probably play the green and get in behind black and yellow.
Green ball. Sean Murphy, 1.
Not quite. He's found the gap. It's amazing, if you tried to find the gap, you probably wouldn't be able to do it, but there it is. It's only the yellow and black to try and get in behind now, with the green and brown off their spots. But they're a pretty good target. Just looking to see if this red will pass the red that's nearest the pocket, but I don't think it does. It would be a free shot. But it looks as if he can get past the blue. Well, no, he's just playing the safety. Try and get behind black and yellow. He's got it behind the black by the looks of it. Very good shot. And a bit of a problem here for Ronnie, who just tapped the table there. I know there's a very keen rivalry between these two players, but a very healthy respect for each other's game. And Ronnie is in trouble here, will he?
It was an excellent safety, wasn't it?